to grow, and Boston now is a veteran team. You know, frankly, though, one of the older teams in the NBA.
Absolutely, Kevin. And there were a lot of questions about if their window might be passed or closing. I think the way they played in May answered all of those questions, though. They still are a championship caliber team and can turn it on when they need to.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Smith and Horford at the 4 and the 5. Vivian Johnson in the backcourt, and Williams. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
Kevin, he said at their own end of the court, it's interior defense that coach thinks will be their biggest asset. With the shot blockers they have, no easy baskets is their mantra today. They want to send a few back at him, Kevin.
Doris, appreciate the update. And so it looks like defense early on is the strategic emphasis here.
Yeah, it usually is, Kevin. I mean, that's where coaches like to hang their hat on the defensive end of the floor.
You mentioned turning it on. You wonder, though, if they're going to try to turn it on at some point and it won't happen.
Well, you know what? Maybe at some point that will be the case. But until that is the case, you've got to consider them as a title contender each year, especially if they're healthy.
PG, that's good. Well, we all know Perkins is known for his defense and rebounding, Clark, but his offense is probably very underrated. What do you think?
I don't know if it's so much underrated, but he is valuable in that he understands what his shots are and what his best shots are. I mean, he was second best in the league in field goal percentage last season, and that's because he takes the shots that he works on and that he can make. He's not trying to do things out there or take shots out there that he's not comfortable with.
And here's Pierce after the three-pointer from Joe Johnson. Just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Let's go with the three. Bibby misses. And it's the Celtics with the ball. From deep. Again, Pierce missing. He's picked up by Rondo. Throws it up. Bibby misses.
With that, they find themselves missing on 4 of their first 5 shot attempts. That's not a good start. Actually, it's a bad start for them.
Allen, right side. Through contact and a whistle, and he'll go to the line. Ray Allen, even at his age, is still a sight to behold when he takes that jump shot.
Yeah, he really is. He's got one of the sweetest jump shots we've ever seen in the history of the game. As pretty a shot as we'll see. And not just because it looks good, it goes in, too.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. O'Neal comes in for Kendrick Perkins. And Glenn Davis subbed in for Kevin Garnett. He hits the second from the line. Here's Bibby. 2:36 left in the first. Here's Johnson, and it's tied up. Johnson's got 5 now. So with Ray Allen, Clark, do you see him being that way for the next few years, a specialist?
You know, he's a better all-around player than people have given him credit for. I mean, his shooting is so superb and so special that that's what draws the most attention. But he's a good all-around basketball player.
He stretches those defenses, though, with that shot.
Yeah, he does.
And here's Bibby, following the three-pointer by Paul Pierce. Here's Smith, kept alive. Here's Horford. They rule this one goaltender. Count the shot.
Nice. Big momentum build with those second-chance points.
Reese Evans is checked in for the Hawks. Crawford comes in for Mike Bibby. And here's Rondo. It's Allen on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. The shot by Rondo is no good.
With his shooting ability, he might as well have shot that one from half court. No chance.
Johnson's shot is off. The Celtics with the lead. Here's for 3. That's good. Pierce has got his second bucket of the night.
Wow, talk about confidence and attitude. He dropped that fast break triple right in the defender's face.
Johnson outside. Here's Crawford, and he drops it in on the layup.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for.
O'Neal passes to Pierce, shoots from the corner. Allen's shot is off.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you hear?
Well, guys, Shaquille O'Neal swears by a specialized mouthpiece he started wearing 2 seasons ago in Phoenix. It's designed to specially align the jaw, which is supposed to improve both your flexibility and your explosiveness. I don't know if it really works, but Shaq swears by it. Kevin, back to you.
I wonder if I could call a game in one. Thanks, Doris. Here's Crawford. Jermaine O'Neal making his last shot. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. And again, Boston with the triple.
Got an open look out there in transition and did not hesitate. That's a nice shot.
The Hawks trail by 4. Tosses it up. Crawford's shot is good. Crawford's got his second basket of the game. The Celtics on offense. Here's O'Neal. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Here's Crawford. Puts up the tray. And there's Joe Johnson on the assist by Crawford. Johnson's got 11.
What a performance, Kevin. It seems like everything he shoots is falling for. He's in the zone.
And a lot of offense on display in this first quarter. And it's been a tight game as the second quarter gets going. Here is Robinson. A sore spot for this Atlanta team, of course, was the dismantling done by the Magic in the second round last year. Boy, that really took a lot out of the Hawks.
That was extremely deflating. I mean, it had to be a major gut shot to Atlanta, especially after they had gotten by the Bucks and looked like they were ready to get on a nice roll, but then things just kind of disintegrated on them.
So with Smith sitting on the bench, here's the group that Larry Drew has on the floor. We've got Mike Bibby. Pachuelio's out there with Marvin Williams. Then it's Crawford.
This is what happens when the defense lags. Wrong guy to give an opening to.
And Clark, after the Hawks postseason, they made a coaching change. And Mike Woodson had done a pretty good job getting them so far, but he really couldn't finish off the deal.
That's what it looked like, Kevin. I mean, you think about this young team, and they've got a nice core group of young players, and they have grown. But there's that issue of all those second-round losses in a row. And just getting a win in one more series could be huge for them.
15 consecutive conference semifinal games lost.
It's a lot.
Last season was an adventure for Nate Robinson, who fell out of favor with Knicks coach Mike D'Antoni and was benched for 14 games.
Yeah, you know, I know D'Antoni felt like he was a little too friendly with opposing players after losses, and Robinson also had that incident where he shot at their own basket right after the buzzer, so who knows?
Now Johnson, following Nate Robinson's three-point attempt.
You know, that's a good job of getting the ball down low like that. I mean, those are hard to stop from that range.
Wafer guarded by Crawford. Next loose for three. Boston, no good that time either. Well, with the Knicks and Nate, they ended up trading him to the Celtics. He didn't play a whole lot for him in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, but he was definitely a player that I thought deserved some minutes, and when he did get time, he produced.
And it's the Celtics with the ball after the miss from Crawford. Here is Perkins. Pass to Robinson. Shoots the three. Robinson missing again.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
From downtown, Crawford, no luck. The Celtics on offense, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Here's for three. Williams pulls it in. The Hawks with a chance to retake the lead. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, with the addition of Jamal Crawford to the Hawks, it has made them even more potent offensively. Celtics coach Doc Rivers said they have Joe Johnson, and now they have Crawford as well. So they have two closers. That makes it really tough. It's very difficult to get stops against guys that don't need a play to score. Guys, the Hawks were able to keep both players for a second season. We'll see if this team can take the next step.
We will indeed. Thank you, Doris. And now, the first time I've called here for the Hawks. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Evans from downtown, and it's Paul Pierce with the rebound. One aspect of the Celtics game that has been so strong of late is Clark, their defense, and you know they tied the Lakers for 5th best defensive efficiency in the NBA last season. I mean, they've been good for a long time on defense, and they carried that through again last year.
Well, when you've been as good as they have been, you know that's where you need to be solid on a consistent basis to win a championship. When you have Pierce on the outside and Garnett clogging up the middle, it gets very difficult to score points on the Celtics. When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
The Hawks trail by 4. Bibby kicks to Evans. It's dumped off into Al Horford. Kept alive. Kick out. Jacks up a 3. And it's Evans missing. Celtics leading by 4. With the fadeaway. Robinson misses.
They need to send out a search party to find this offense, Kev. It's been AWOL this whole quarter.
Here's Bibby. Hits the left of the rim and gets the friendly bounce. Bibby's got his first 2 points of the night. And here comes Robinson. Here's Pierce. And then it's Pierce with the jam. Brought to you by Sprite, the Sprite Slam Cam on the replay.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Now here's Williams. Rebound by Ray Allen. Wafer, Bibby covering. Behind the arc, Ray Allen, and that's good. Allen's got 7.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
Evans outside. Scooped up. Pierce with the steal.
You know, both teams are just about even in terms of giveaways here, so no advantage either way.
And the first half is now in the books. Back here in just a moment here in Boston.